Law enforcement could be required to identify themselves, and City Council could be getting more detailed financial reports. Here's what happened this week on The Gavel, your weekly Denver City Council wrap-up. Law enforcement in Denver could soon have more strict rules on identification. On Wednesday, the Health and Safety Committee sent to the full council a bill that would require all federal and local officers to clearly identify themselves and would ban most face coverings. Officers would have to clearly and visibly display a badge and their name. It would have to be read from about 25 feet away. They wouldn't be able to wear masks that conceal their identity either. There would be exemptions for undercover operations or safety concerns like medical masks or cold weather coverings. The Denver Police Department could cite or arrest officers who don't comply with the new standards. Before going to the full council, city officials want to more clearly define which officers would have to follow this, like park rangers or other civil officers.
You have to have a badge, and you have to identify yourself, and you can't be hidden. And so I'm just saying that that's all we want in this bill, and we're not trying to erode any trust that we have. The work that you do with the ATF and all of the other federal outside of ICE really is important.
Committee members and other city agencies are also working to make sure this bill would stand up to any potential federal lawsuits brought against the city. They're working with the mayor's office to finalize the bill's language before going to the full council on February 23rd.
I'm asking for our administration, our mayoral administration, to work with the sponsors, to work with city council to make this happen. Because I completely agree, the sense of urgency is here, it's been here. And we have moved policy in a swift manner before when we know it's important.
The city council could be getting a better look at the year's budget. On Tuesday, the Finance Committee sent to the full council a proposal to require quarterly financial reporting to council members. Currently, the council doesn't receive any official budget information as the year progresses, and doesn't know how much money is spent from on-call contracts. Because the council approves the mayor's budget, it will help council members keep better track of individual agencies under the mayor, and they'll be able to get ahead of any potential budget issues.
If there's an agency and we get reported to in June and their budget dollars, other than personnel, match the budget dollars that they were appropriated for the budget year, we will now be able to see that so that we could say, come into committee, let's have a conversation about exactly what is going on here.
They'll also report on the general fund revenue and projections, and they will be read into official record. On Monday, members of the Budget and Policy Committee heard a briefing on the regulation of residential property wholesalers. These are companies without a real estate license that purchase homes, then resell them without any improvements to the house. This practice raises the prices of homes and usually target neighborhoods that are getting infrastructure changes or in low-income and non-white populations.
The investors were most active in distressed neighborhoods defined as areas with low mortgage lending, low incomes, and disproportionately large non-white populations. Investing is also done in anticipation of major public investments or projects.
The companies aren't required to be licensed, but under the new rules, wholesalers would have to register with the Licensing and Consumer Protection Agency. They also couldn't make any misleading representations or continually contact a homeowner with offers to buy their house. Property owners would be able to register onto a no solicitation list to stop cold calling. City Council will not meet on Monday, February 16th due to the President's Day holiday, and most city offices will be closed. City Council will meet on Tuesday, February 17th at 3:30. You can find links to City Council meetings, schedules, agendas, events, and news at denvergov.org/citycouncil. Denver City Council meets every Monday at 3:30 at the City and County Building Council Chambers, or tune in live on Denver 8 or Zoom. Be sure to follow us on X, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram for Denver news, events, and information.